Take a close look at these two cucumber plants right here. Same garden, same soil, same water, same sunlight. But one of them is growing strong with dark green leaves and baby cucumbers forming all over it. And the other one? Yellow leaves, slow growth, and barely a flower in sight. Now, if you have ever looked out at your own cucumber bed and seen that kind of yellowing, I want you to stay with me today, because what I'm about to show you requires just one simple ingredient that is probably sitting in your refrigerator right now, and it could make a real difference in how your cucumbers look and produce this season. During the flowering and fruiting stage, cucumbers put a tremendous amount of energy into producing blossoms and developing fruit. This is the most demanding time for the plant. And this is also exactly when things can start to go wrong. The most common issue gardeners run into at this stage is a calcium deficiency, combined with an imbalance in the beneficial microorganisms that live in the soil. Now, that might sound complicated, but what it really means for your plants is simple. When calcium levels drop and the soil biology gets out of balance, you start seeing yellow leaves, especially on the lower part of the plant. Flowers may drop before the fruit even gets a chance to develop. And in some cases, you might notice the tips or ends of your cucumbers turning soft before they're ready to harvest. This is called blossom end rot, and it is a clear signal that your plant is struggling to pull in the nutrients it needs. The good news? There's a very simple, very affordable fix, and you already have it in your kitchen. The ingredient I'm talking about today is fresh milk. Plain, simple, diluted fresh milk. I know that might sound surprising to some of you, but gardeners have been using milk on their plants for a very long time. Milk is naturally rich in calcium and contains proteins and sugars that help support the beneficial microorganisms living in your soil. When you water your cucumber plants with a properly diluted milk solution, you're giving the root zone a gentle but meaningful boost right when the plant needs it most. This is not a complicated fertilizer. You do not need any special equipment, and it will not cost you more than a few cents per plant per treatment. Let me show you exactly how to do this the right way. The ratio you want is 100 milliliters of fresh milk for every 1 liter of clean water. That works out to roughly a little under half a cup of milk per quart of water if you're measuring in those units. Pour the milk slowly into the water, not the other way around. Going slowly helps the two blend together more smoothly and evenly. For the water itself, use rainwater if you have it available. If not, fill your container with top water and let it sit overnight before using it. Letting water rest overnight allows the chlorine to dissipate, which is better for the soil organisms you're trying to support. Once the milk is added, stir the mixture gently for about 1 to 2 minutes. You want the milk fully dispersed through the water before applying it. Do not rush this step. A well-blended solution is going to work much more effectively. Before you water your plants with this mixture, you want to take 2 quick steps to prepare the soil. These are simple, but they really do make a difference. First, take a small hand tool, a garden fork, a stick, or even just your fingers, and gently loosen the very surface of the soil around the base of each plant. You're only breaking up the top layer here, maybe half an inch down. This loosening improves airflow in the soil and opens up small channels so the water and nutrients can move down into the root zone more easily. Be very careful not to disturb the roots themselves. Cucumber roots grow close to the surface, and nicking them will set your plant back. Second, give the soil a light watering with plain, clean water first, just enough to moisten the surface, not a deep soaking. Soil that is already slightly damp will absorb the milk solution far more evenly. If you pour it straight onto very dry soil, the liquid tends to run off or get pulled down in one spot, and you lose most of the benefit. Give it about 2 to 3 minutes after that first watering. Just let the moisture settle in. Now you are ready to apply the milk solution. Pour it slowly and evenly around the base of each plant, moving around the entire root zone rather than pouring it all in one place. Each plant should receive about 300 to 500 milliliters of the diluted solution, depending on its size. A younger, smaller plant needs closer to 300 milliliters. A larger, well-established plant that is already setting fruit can take up to 500 milliliters. The best time to do this is early in the morning or in the late afternoon when temperatures are not too high. Avoid applying in the midday heat. Extreme heat can slow absorption and may cause some odor if milk solution sits on warm, dry soil. Also, do not apply this if your soil is still waterlogged from a recent heavy rain. Wait for it to dry out a little first. And one more important point, this solution belongs in the soil, not on the leaves. Do not spray it on the foliage. Apply it only around the root zone at the base of the plant. After a few regular applications done the right way, most gardeners begin to notice a real change. The yellowing in the lower leaves starts to slow down. New growth comes in with a deeper, richer green. Flowers hold on longer instead of dropping prematurely, and fruit development becomes more steady and consistent. Now, I want to be honest with you. This is a supplemental method. It is designed to support your regular fertilizing routine, not replace it. If your plants have a severe deficiency or a more serious disease problem, this alone may not be enough. But as part of a good overall care routine, diluted milk is a surprisingly effective, completely natural tool to add to your garden practice. Now, you might be wondering, how often should you do this? A good thumb of rule is to apply the diluted milk solution once every 10 to 14 days during the active growing season. You do not need to do it every time you water. Consistency matters more than frequency here. 2 to 3 properly spaced applications will do far more good than doing it every single day. Keep a close eye on your plants in the days after each application. Look at the color of the new leaves coming in near the top of the plant. That is where you will first notice improvement. If the new growth is coming in a healthy, deep green, the plant is responding well. If yellow is still spreading into newer growth after 2 or 3 treatments, that is a sign something deeper may be going on, and it may be worth having your soil tested or checking in with your local garden center. If you have tried something like this before, or if you give it a go after watching today, I would love to hear how it turns out for you. Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you have a topic or problem in your garden that you would like me to cover in a future video, go ahead and leave that in the comments too. I read every single one. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more gardeners find tips like this. And make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Wishing you healthy plants, a strong harvest, and a beautiful season in your garden. I will see you in the next video.